A forget-me-not in a field of wildflowers. The soft movements of his lips whisper, "I love you," Scarlet, in 1 second, and then those soft movements turn firm, scolding me on the undone without his eyes glancing at the hard work I do for him every day. Andrew, without looking at the wrinkled skin on my hands and the visible cuts and burnt marks, points out all the missing outs, not paying attention to these tired hands always trying to do their best to patch house walls together. And this body always seems to be changing from one to another dress. To remove the stench after sweating all day long, working nonstop while unknowingly breaking, these eyes trying not to let a single color of sadness visualize itself, lips always lifting its corners to make him smile while blanketing my sorrows, and this skin trying to be bright enough as a cover-up for all my feelings. I face not just his, but everyone else's mood swings as well, while compressing my lips together while hardly pressing my fingers into my palm, shifting from mask to mask each second, each minute, each hour, each day, each week, each month, and each year these moments appear. Andrew, when you are not mine, look at me doubly and tell me that all my words sound like a prolonged lecture and only bother looking at the imperfect instead of the things that have been taken care of. I feel like everyone has isolated me, and I can go back to no one nor have any expectations, whether positive or negative. I get scared, terrified, of expecting anything from anyone since I will be the one to get hurt in the end and be on the edge. I then think to God, "Dear God, I have no one but you by my side to protect me and hold my hand, even on my darkest days, when I feel my heart aching in sorrow. And pray for forgiveness for those who bring me sorrow and for them to find happiness no matter how many times they hurt me. Please have mercy on them and forgive them. Please let them find endless happiness and guide them on the right path." I even share my feelings and complaints with God when I feel that no one cares about me and I can turn to no one. "Dear God, I feel empty on the inside. Everyone has left me, and no one cares about me, only you hear me out. Please give me the courage and strength to face these hardships. Since I'm scared of my complaints ruining the good atmosphere at home, for the four walls to fall apart because whenever a quarrel takes place, my heart aches and I feel helpless. I don't wish to become the reason for it. Nor do I want Andrew to think that I have too many complaints or am hard to satisfy. I'm sorry, Andrew, but sometimes I doubt my value in your eyes. The love you spell from your mouth, even though you show love to me sometimes. There are moments when you treat me like no one other than you are my sympathizer and moments where I feel like you're not speaking to your wife, but to a person working under you, someone who didn't do their job right. Many people scoff at the mere whisper of embodying the roles of prince and princess from fairy tales, dismissing them as fantastical illusions. Yet isn't it society itself that cruelly labels these roles as unattainable dreams, mocking our desire for enchantment from the very outset? Men, burdened by the weight of societal expectations, familial legacies, and the inflated egos bestowed upon them, scoff at the notion. Women, weary of the prospect of becoming a captive princess, forever bound in compromise, echo these sentiments, and when genuine happiness blossoms between two souls, envy and malice lurk, seeking to tear asunder their delicate union. But must a man succumb to the cacophony of voices dedicating his fate? Shouldn't he stand tall, unyielding in the face of such relentless pressure? Overall, the world views the pursuit of these roles as a fool's errand, dismissing it as nothing more than a fleeting fancy. Yet, envision the splendor if both partners embrace their destinies with unwavering devotion, bound by love and fortified by trust. If only people dared to defy the odds, to become the prince or princess their beloved deserves. Some falter along the way, paralyzed by the specter of an uncertain future. But isn't it worth fighting for, pouring every ounce of strength into crafting a marriage as resplendent as any cherished dream? Right now, I'm seated at the dining table dressed in a simple yet elegant red dress, accentuated by delicate jewelry. Despite the effort I've put into my appearance, I can't hide the fatigue etched on my face, my eyes betraying the turmoil within. With a gentle touch of makeup, I attempt to conceal the signs of sleepless nights and tear-stained cheeks, though the weariness still lingers beneath the surface. As I await Andrew's arrival, I steel myself for the evening ahead, hoping for a moment of peace amidst the storm of emotions. The doorbell rings. I slide back my chair and carefully stand up, making no noise, then walk towards the door and reach out to open it. It's him, the one I've been waiting for. Andrew. His face looks pale, his shoulder muscles have bent down, and he looks as if he is overloaded with too many concerns. I slowly reach out and gently hold his hands. They are cold and pale-looking. With a soft smile and cheerful tone, I say, "Welcome back, Andrew." "Yes, I'm back." His dark expression and gloomy voice tell me it is not Sunday today. He looks at me slightly and walks toward our room with heavy steps. I hurriedly, without any thoughts in mind, reach out and grab his arm. He halts. Sorry. You see, felt like it was not right to let you go like this, since you look troubled." No response, deep silence. It is not right to go straight to bed on an empty stomach, especially not with an upset mind. "I'm worried you might become unhealthy. Let's dine together and talk it over while eating. I will help understand and solve." His eyebrows wrinkle and his eyes sharpen. "Stop. What do you understand anyway? Solve my problem? Heh, what a joke. There is nothing you can do about it, don't bother." But I was worried, dashed off. "Listen, Scarlett, I'm not in the mood to talk or eat, so leave me be, sorry." Slam. The door closes. "Andrew, I know you are in a bad mood, but why must I always understand everyone's mood swings? Why do I have to understand and endure everything like a venting toy? I always clean the slate and tear off the page of darkness and pain from my life to be the source of happiness for my surroundings instead of sharing my concerns as well. I hope you will understand and love me how I want you to someday." Next day. I'm standing early in the morning after freshening up and sending Rosalind to school, Leo to the kindergarten. I am touching all kinds of seasonings, adding flavor to the food I'm preparing for everyone, and doing my best to add all the colors of light and love. I'm using mint leaves for an everlasting aroma that opens a new door or a new path. The sweet delicacy of the prepared desserts is spreading everywhere. Forgetting the past and only focusing on the present, always making a new start while believing he will someday acknowledge my love and sincerity for him in a much better way. "Scarlett, bring out the breakfast already. Are you sleeping? My time to get to the job is near. I will just go on an empty stomach if you take any longer because unlike you, I have many responsibilities." I do my best to cheer everyone up while they do their best to criticize my work. Responsibilities? Try putting yourself in my shoes before being all brash about it. But no, you will again tell me that it is my fault for having a lot of work to do. "Andrew, these overflowing emotions of mine will someday vanish along with me. Just when will you finally understand me?" "Hey, silly girl, hurry and bring my son some breakfast. He has never been late for work, but he will now if you don't speed up. All you have to do is feed 4 people. Is that too much for you?" "Oh my God, how do you put up with such a woman, brother?" "I'm getting late for college." "Dunno, just passing the time while trying my best to suffice."